At number 50 on the Iconic 100 list is the 2001 Upper Deck Tiger Woods rookie card. And here to talk to us about it today, we brought back Jeff Hart, Patriot Sports Cards from Instagram. Jeff, this is a card that I actually remember when it came out. I actually bought a box of 2000 Upper Deck, and I kept it sealed for a few years, hoping that would, just skyrocket in value. It didn't work out so well for me, but still the Tiger card is well recognized and shows up in the top 50 on the Iconic list. Nothing to shake a stick at. What do you think about where it shows up?
Well, I think Tiger Woods deserves to be high on the list, regardless, just because of how dominating he was and what he did for the game of golf. But that one that was chosen sounds a bit surprising to me, because I know he has a few others. Maybe they're not as well known, but I do think that just the card itself being so overproduced makes it makes it a little higher than I thought. But at the same time, it's a very iconic image. I believe that it's like a fist pump. And it's just, it's one of those cards where you just want to pick up a copy of it and have it for your collection, because that's capturing one of the best players there is.
So if I remember this correct, I was working at a card shop at the time, so I should remember this. 2001 Upper Deck was the very first golf product. Upper Deck made a lot of this product, and you're right. You get this great image of Tiger as he's about to win one of the major championships. Forgive me, I'm not a golf guy. I don't know exactly which tournament it is that he's winning, but it's this really iconic, recognizable image of Tiger. The next set that came out that's so recognized that's a golf product was the ESP Authentic product, and that has a Tiger Woods autograph to 900 that's also considered his rookie card. Ironically, that is the very last card that we just talked about on the list, card number 51, and we're recording this before card number 51 comes out, so there's no way you could have known that.
Okay.
I'm kind of with you. I like your perspective on this because this is recognizable. It's people know what it is, and it's a great card. But it's certainly not the Tiger Woods card that I would be trying to get, because he has a couple of other ones that are much higher end, and they feature his wonderful autograph. But I think what this illustrates is iconic doesn't necessarily mean better. Iconic doesn't necessarily mean more expensive. I think what it means is more recognizable. And frankly, I think this card's way more recognizable than the SP Authentic is, even if it's not a card that I'd want as much. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think that the average collector who, is looking for cards that they can afford, the ESP Authentic just doesn't fall in that realm. And once they discover and see that card, they might be like, oh, I want to copy that. But is that, the realistic for most people? But I think the Upper Deck actually captures that. And the other card that I believe comes to mind just for myself is the Sports Illustrated for Kids in '96. And I associate that as one of his best cards as well, just because it's so earlier in his career compared to the Upper Deck.
I'm looking it up real quick. I want to make sure that I mention this. The Tiger Woods SI for Kids came in at number 86. So all three of the major recognizable Tiger Woods cards, they all made the Iconic 100 list. The thing that I think is really interesting here, Jeff, is if he only had one, if the votes didn't get split between these three, people were able to vote for all three, but a lot of them, I think, thought, I want to put a Tiger card on the list. And so they put one on, and they'd have to choose between the three. If there was only one card, I think it could have been way higher on the list, but because he has three really recognizable cards that each have their own elements of interest, you've got the SI for Kids, that's his first card, the 2001 Upper Deck card that we're talking about now, that is his most mass produced, but also maybe one of his best looking, most iconic images. And then the 2001 SP Authentic, that's clearly the best card, autographed and numbered out of 900. They each have different factors that I think people can love. And in some ways that's great. In other ways, it's not great because I think they kind of hold each other back on the list.
Yeah, I could see that. But at the end of the day, Tiger's one of the greatest. And if I was to build a Tiger collection, I would want all three of those cards, and probably among others. what stand out to me, what I've always was targeting was a Sports Illustrated for Kids card, but I do own a copy of the Upper Deck card now, and I'm happy to have it. I think it's just an iconic image that will always stand the test of time.
Really well said. Again, that's card number 50 on the Iconic 100 list. Jeff Hart, thanks again for talking about the Tiger Woods Upper Deck rookie card with us. Tomorrow I'll be back with another guest for card number 49 on the Iconic 100 list. And until next time, happy collecting.